So Trump has been sworn in as the president of America. So the inauguration took place on the 20th of January. You know, it was simple, it was nice. All the oligarchs of America, Elon Musk, Bezos, all of them went there. And you know, dignitaries from other nations went there as well. But guess the people that were not invited? My people. No African leader, nobody from Africa was invited to Trump inauguration. No president from Africa went to the inauguration. They were not even invited. You know why? Because they know at the snap of their fingers, these African leaders will run to what they know. Because tell me why an African summit will be held in Washington. Tell me why they will call African leaders to come to Italy and they will all go. They know. Though they know the only value they place on Africa is our mineral resources, not our leaders. They don't care about them. Remember when Kamala Harris came to Ghana and the American securities take over Ghana? Somebody came from his country and was searching our security personnel in our country. It means we don't have full control over our country. So why should they even invite you? Have a problem with your neighboring country, you are reporting them to another nation. Why would they respect you? Why would they invite you? Look, we don't have any control over this country. Yes, because if somebody can come from his country and search your own security personnel in your country, should know. I just hope they realize that, they don't care about them.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robi Masaga. Today I want us to talk about a topic that raises a lot of questions about global respect and inclusion. And I want to ask this. Have you ever noticed how much African leaders will, they will try, how often they try to invite prominent figures to their inaugurations? These people will, they're going to show hospitality, warmth to these prominent leaders. They will try so hard to impress them. But when it's during events like Trump's inauguration, African leaders seem to be nowhere on that guest list. Is it that these people don't want to interact with Africans during good times, and they only want to interact with Africans the moment maybe they need something from us? I really need to know this. Or is it because they know majority of African leaders are corrupted? Because let's not lie to ourselves, guys. Majority of our African leaders, they are corrupted. Maybe that is the reason why they are being avoided. Because when you know that someone doesn't have morals, they don't have manners, what do people do? They avoid them. Maybe that is why they don't want to invite them to these events. I didn't see Cyril Ramaphosa on that list. I have not seen my own president, William Ruto. He's not on that list. I have not seen Samia Suluhu on that list. I have not seen the pride of Africa, Ibrahim Traore. He's not on that list. Americans call him the gunman. Like, seriously, guys. Gunman was the only name you thought you could give our pride of Africa, Ibrahim Traore. I have not seen Senegalese President Diomaye Faye. I have not seen him on that list. I have not seen John Mahama, the one that was just recently sworn in, the Ghanaian president. I have not seen those presidents on that guest list. But the moment you people, when you have your own inaugurations, you're in the front line. You're the ones who go beyond to make sure that you invite these prominent figures. The other day, I saw my own president, William Ruto, flaunting on X app, how he had a call conversation with Trump the moment he was elected. But was he invited? He was not invited. So what could be the reason why our leaders are never included in these big events? Anyway, before we even talk much, let me show you a few videos here. Then let me know in the comment section what you think about them. Tell me, what are your thoughts about why our African leaders are never included in these big events? Tell me on the comment section. And remember to subscribe, like, and share as well.
When Donald Trump took the oath of office as the 47th President of the United States on Monday, January 20th, many world leaders were absent. No African president or prime minister was invited to the ceremony in Washington, D.C. However, it should not be surprising because the United States' long-standing tradition is that during presidential inaugurations, foreign heads of state and government are not invited. However, this time around, that tradition was slightly bent to accommodate President Trump's wish of having a few world leaders present at his inauguration. Among the leaders who were invited to President Trump's swearing in on Monday are Argentina's Javier Milei, Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and China's President Xi Jinping. President Milei enjoys cordial relations with Trump, while Prime Minister Meloni also has fond ties with Trump. Both leaders recently visited President Trump at his Florida home following his victory in the November 5th, 2024 U.S. presidential election. China's President Xi Jinping, who did not attend Trump's inauguration, sent Vice President Han Zheng to the event. Officials in the U.S. presidency recently said Trump's decision to invite Xi to his swearing-in signals the American president's readiness to interact with his Chinese counterparts, despite their country's economic rivalry. The leaders of Hungary and Ecuador and former leaders of Brazil and Poland were the other selected few heads of state and government who were invited to Trump's inauguration.
So kuthiwa uCyril Ramaphosa, the president, has not been invited to Donald Trump's inauguration. And people are now concerned about the future of South Africa and America's relation. No, man, we have BRICS, man. Hey. We have BRICS. For as long as nothing, as long as we are part of the BRICS, we'll never have relations with President Trump. President Trump wants to dismantle BRICS. He's not happy with that thing. And another thing is very alarming. Now about the fund that the donor of the ANC, Ulo, we love you, we what. But then he doesn't love us back. He doesn't love us back. Why is he not inviting our president? Oh, what Helena?
Donald Trump is set to reprise his role as US president on January 20th, marking his second inauguration, this time as the 47th president. However, the lack of African leaders on the guest list has left many scratching their heads or throwing their hands in the air like West Coast rappers. Whether it is Burkina Faso's Ibrahim Traore, Rwanda's Paul Kagame, Uganda's Yoweri Museveni, South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa, or Kenya's William Ruto, none have received the coveted golden ticket. Even Ruto, who once flaunted his congratulatory call with Trump on social media, finds himself off the roster, despite Trump claiming to have invited numerous global leaders he has interacted with, both over the phone and in person.
I really need to know. I need to know if this was intentional or just an oversight, because there were no effort shown to, include or acknowledge African leaders. And to me, I feel like this was intentional because African leaders, or let me just say African people in general, they are never appreciated enough. Even when we try so hard to impress the Western leaders or the Western people, we are never appreciated enough. The only time that people will appreciate us is when they need our resources or is when they need something from us. That is the moment you will see them coming to Africa, visiting, the poor, doing some projects for the poor. That is the only time you see them appreciating Africans. But when it's, during good times, they don't include African leaders. But the moment it's them coming to Africa, we will go even beyond our means just to make sure that they are well protected. And sometimes I ask, is it ignorance? Is it because maybe they view us as less important? That is what I really want to know. The only time that we feel appreciated, that we feel that we are needed, is only when they want something from us or only when they want our resources. That is the only time we feel appreciated by them. And it's very unfair. It's very unfair feeling this way. Because just like any other person, Africans are human beings. And I also blame my people, because Africans are very accommodating human beings. Africans are very loving people. Africans, they're very forgiving people. And maybe it's because of our good heart. That is why people will just take advantage of anyone, even our leaders. And let me just talk to my African leaders. You see, the same people that you normally impress, the same people that you will side and forget about your own people. These are the same people who will betray you. And that's why I always say African leaders should follow Traore's footsteps. Just look at what he's doing. He's at least considering his people first than any other person out there. Because when you consider your people, those are the ones who can help you even during the time of need. But when you consider strangers, they will never, when they're celebrating, when they're having good time, they won't remember you. They will only remember you when they have, when they want something from you, when they need you. That is the only time you will see them calling you. You will see them talking to you. African leaders follow Traore's footsteps. Let's change Africa. Let's make Africa great. We also need to be appreciated. And the only way someone can appreciate you, and actually, this is, let me just say, life-wise, people will only appreciate that person who has something to offer, that person who has money, that person who has wealth. That is the only person that people will appreciate, or people will, respect. So we also need to change Africa so that we can be respected out there. Some of them view us as poor. Africa is considered as the most poorest continent. It's because we don't think about ourselves. All we do is impress people from outside and forget about ourselves, forget about Africa. Let's utilize what we have in Africa to make Africa great. For how long will we keep impressing people who don't even consider us? For how long, guys? Ask yourself, for how long will you do it? We need to think about ourselves. Sometimes it's just good to be selfish. Not being selfish in a bad way. Put yourself first. Put your people first. I'm still complaining about my own president. How many state visits has he made? How many visits has he made outside there? Sometimes he doesn't even have enough time with his own people. He doesn't. And the same people that he goes to visit out there, they don't remember him during the time of, when they are having good times. They don't remember him. He's not doing enough for his own people, because you're trying to impress outsiders. You're trying to impress strangers. South Africans are complaining about Ramaphosa. He's not done so much for his people. All because you want to impress outsiders first. Why is that the case? Is it that you people are selfish, that you think about yourself alone? But what do you get? When you think about yourself, what do you get? Because this is what you get. You're not invited by Trump. Ask yourself why. You need to sit down and ask why. Why is it that when they were, doing that selection, they had to omit you guys, or rather they had to not even think about you? Because they didn't even think about, if they did, on that list, there would be a good number of Africans. I saw somewhere that normally during these inaugurations, African leaders are never included. I don't know the reason why, but still, I hear it's something that has been happening for years. I don't know the reason why, but still, I don't find that as an excuse. Because when you're celebrating, when you're having, even during birthdays, during weddings, during burials, do we invite people? Or we don't? So during burials, during weddings, we can't do that. But during inaugurations, we don't invite African leaders. It does not make sense to me. African leaders need to wake up. You need to start considering your people first, because we are the ones who are electing you. Outsiders won't come and elect you. You need to start considering your own people first. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this particular topic. Why do you think African leaders were not included on that list of visitors? Let me know in the comment section, and remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time,